Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to the Nerf Report. My name is Bryant, Chappel. We have a fantastic show lined up for you this week. World of Warcraft's Battle for Azeroth expansion launched this week. Overwatch might be coming to the Nintendo Switch, and EA tosses their hat into the Battle Royale arena. But before we talk about all that awesomeness, let's talk about your top headlines.
Top headlines.
First up this week, Nintendo and Blizzard announced that Diablo 3 will be launching on the Nintendo Switch. Fun fact, Diablo 3 launched 6 years ago. That's right, 2012. Back when everyone was listening to Gangnam Style and explaining those awkward YOLO tattoos and, well, watching the first Hunger Games movie. Personally, 2012 was that awkward post everything on the internet phase. Not much has changed. And what would a week of gaming news be without a quick stop into the world of sports? Because we had massive news come out of the Overwatch Pro League. That's right, Blizzard announced that the latest team to join the Overwatch Pro League might be coming from Toronto, Canada. Analysts are predicting that this expansion will cost the team $35 million. Personally, I just can't wait to hear their team chat.
Sorry.
Also this week, Kitfox Games' upcoming video game Boyfriend Dungeon. Nope, not that one. Close. That's the one. This week, Kitfox Games has announced a Kickstarter campaign to fund the completion of their game. Boyfriend Dungeon is a dungeon crawler where you must rescue and woo your weapons. Weapons that then turn into extremely hot boyfriends. What are you doing here?
Buenos tardes, mi amor.
I thought you died in a plane crash.
No, estoy enamorado de Rosa y te estoy dejando.
You're in love with Rosa and you're leaving me?
Adiós, mi amor.
Well, this show has officially peaked. And now into the meat of this week's show. 2018, the year of the Battle Royale, is in many ways overcrowded. But this week, really? Look, guys, I completely get it. Whenever we mention their name, the views plummet, but that doesn't mean that we have to censor out their name, okay? Well, this week, EA released a brand new trailer for their upcoming video game Battlefield 5, in which the last 16 seconds of the video had many gamers excited about the potential of a Battlefield Battle Royale. The 16-second clip shows a ring of fire, which inside we see tanks and panicked players, as the flaming circle closes in, finally giving us Battlefield Royale, or whatever the heck they decide to call it. Now, it is a no-brainer that EA is throwing their hat into the Battle Royale arena, but what really surprises me about this is that they're picking this iteration of Battlefield 5 to join the Battle Royale genre. You see, Battlefield 5 takes place during World War II, which means that if the Battle Royale rumors are true, any gun, weapon, or vehicle will have to be historically accurate to that time period. Now, that being said, Battlefield is famous for the over-the-top battlefield moments, with planes crashing, helicopters coming flying in, tanks busting through walls, and if they can bring those moments to the Battle Royale genre, it is going to take off like wildfire. Also this week, Nintendo has been having a hell of a run when it comes to the Nintendo Switch. I mean, just this week, the announcement of Diablo 3 for the Nintendo Switch marks the first time in 18 years that a Blizzard game has been on a Nintendo platform. And following the announcement of Diablo 3, the great folks over at GameSpot.com sat down with senior producer Pete Stillwell and asked him on the possibilities of Overwatch arriving on the Nintendo Switch. Stillwell said anything is within the realm of possibility. Our team was given the task to work on this. If Team 4, the Overwatch developer, picks up on that endeavor, that's on them. As of right now, Diablo is our only focus on the Nintendo Switch. Now, GameSpot pressed Stillwell on the issue and kind of changed the question a little bit on whether or not the Switch hardware could handle a game like Overwatch. To which Stillwell replied, yeah, it's extremely feasible. And speaking of Blizzard, this week World of Warcraft's latest expansion, the Battle for Azeroth, finally arrived. Battle for Azeroth marks the 7th expansion in the World of Warcraft series. The expansion adds new dungeons and raids, new warfronts, uncharted islands, 4 new races for the Alliance and the Horde, along with raising the in-game level cap from 110 to 120. Now, being 100% transparent here, I've played all but like 20 minutes of World of Warcraft. Like, I saw how much that game could just envelop your life and just shut it off. I was like, nope, I do not need that in my life right now. But interestingly enough, for some gamers, World of Warcraft is everything. I mean, with the release of Battle for Azeroth, many gamers took work off this entire week just to play this game. So if you're at home watching this, wondering where your significant loved one is, where your husband, your wife, where your kids are, go check their rooms. Chances are they're playing Battle for Azeroth. And finally for this week, we come to... That noise, of course, signifies that we are coming close to the end of the show and running out of time. So, in order to cover the rest of the week's news, we must initiate Nerfed in 60 seconds. The rules to Nerfed in 60 seconds are simple. Every single week we have so much news to talk about and so little time to do it. So we take all the week's remaining news, put 60 seconds on the clock, and try to cover it as fast as humanly possible without running out of breath, passing out, or dying. True story, I just pre-ordered Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So the whole dying thing, let's hold that off for after that game. So with that in mind, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. And... go. Spyro the Dragon, the reignited trilogy, has been delayed until November 21st. Fortnite has added a brand new sniper rifle. Doom Eternal will run at 30 frames per second on the Nintendo Switch. Xbox unveiled brand new controllers in 2 new colors, Phantom Black and Blue Gray, which, honestly, Phantom Black is literally the only way to go. Patrick Soderlund announced that he is leaving EA. Fallout 76 will not have crossplay. Quake Champions is now free to play. Doom and Rage are now on the Xbox Game Pass. PUBG adds test servers to the Xbox One. PlayStation has officially sold 3 million PlayStation VRs worldwide. And I'm just saying, Sony, come on, hook a brother up. And finally, The Walking Dead Telltale has finally entered its final season. If you haven't played that game, highly recommend checking it out, but make sure you grab tissues because that is a tearjerker. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for Nerfed in 60 seconds, and that is it for this week's episode of the show. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new here and haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel, but the most important thing you can do is share it with your friends. As always, my name is Bryant Chappel. You are you, and this has been the Nerf Report. Thanks for watching.